So, Hillary Clinton has an issue with the emails that she sent. Now, look, there's a couple different parts of this story. One is she used service she shouldn't have used. It's against rules of the government. She shouldn't have done that. To me, that's not a very large story. Now, Fox News jumps on it because they can't criticize her for all the substantive things that are wrong with her campaign, her taking donor money, because they love it when the Republicans do that. So they got to find nonsense. So they attack on that, but that's not the real issue. Then there are two issues that might be real. One, did she send classified information over these emails? Now, General Petraeus got in trouble for doing something similar. He pled guilty to a misdemeanor. Now, the FBI that was investigating that was super mad because what General Petraeus did actually was much worse. It was top secret documents. And now they say, hey, Hillary Clinton also sent top secret documents. But no. To be fair to Hillary Clinton, those were declared top secret later. So she didn't know they were top secret when she sent it. That's not fair to her, right? Petraeus did actually send top secret emails, including secret code names that agents were using, and code names for different projects that the CIA was working on. Remember, he's running the CIA at the time. And then the identities of some of our agents and some of our plans. It couldn't be more top secret. Obviously, a good deal of politics involved there, and a slap on the wrist. So now Hillary Clinton, what she did is not as bad, but there were classified emails there apparently, right? So now if there are classified emails, the FBI has to investigate. They're in the middle of that investigation right now. To me, the actual biggest story out of this is the Clinton Foundation taking money from, a lot of money, from questionable governments abroad, as those governments are asking our State Department, run by Hillary Clinton, for favors. Now, that's a real story. That's a story of conflict of interest, possible corruption, etc. So now that we've laid that out for you, let's give you the update on what happened yesterday. The Washington Post explains the Justice Department has granted immunity to a former State Department staffer who worked on Hillary Clinton's private email server as part of a criminal investigation into the possible mishandling of classified information, according to a senior law enforcement official. The official said that the FBI had secured the cooperation of Bryan Pagliano, who worked on Clinton's 2008 presidential campaign before setting up the server in her New York home in 2009. Now, earlier when Pagliano was asked in front of Congress, he pled the Fifth Amendment. That's because he didn't want to incriminate himself. Now the FBI gives him an immunity so that he can tell them what actually happened. Now, if you're paying attention, that's not good news. Even if you think some of the scandal is nonsense and not a real scandal, the FBI investigation is real. Okay. The Clinton campaign has described the probe as a security review, but the current and former officials in the FBI and at the Justice Department have said investigators are trying to determine whether a crime was committed. Now, imagine for a second that the FBI was investigating Bernie Sanders and one of his workers, staffers, pled the Fifth and then now had an immunity deal with the FBI as part of a possible criminal investigation. What do you think the mainstream media would say? Here's what they say. Bernie, you got to get out of the race. This is embarrassing. This is horrible. He's unelectable. Unelectable. Oh, my God. What if he gets indicted while there's the general election? No, Bernie Sanders is clearly unelectable. Hillary Clinton, what? There's no problem. No, if she gets indicted in the middle of a general election, probably no big deal. Now, is she definitely going to get indicted? No. Could she? Yeah. Quote, former senior law enforcement official saying, there was wrongdoing, but was it criminal wrongdoing? Well, that's what they are investigating right now. Here's what you don't want in your candidate when the other guys that they're running against are fascists. A possible FBI criminal investigation. You want to take that chance with our country? Every single poll says Bernie Sanders does far better, up to 18 points better against the Republicans in a general election matchup. And she has this hanging over her head. Tell me again about who's more electable? And isn't that amazing that almost every outlet in mainstream media and establishment media, without any facts, and despite this, says, no, more electable. Hillary Clinton's more electable. Don't look at the facts. We love her and we hate Bernie Sanders. Now, some of us don't love her and we're going to hit her when the general election comes around. But Bernie Sanders might change the system, and we love the system. That's what made us rich. No, probably not. Probably not. Probably it's all a coincidence. I'm sure they would have treated Bernie Sanders the same. One last quote for you guys. Former federal prosecutor Glenn Kopp said it is not surprising that agents want to interview Clinton and her aides. Quote, they are within the zone of interest of the investigation. Imagine if Bernie Sanders was within the zone of investigation of a criminal case that the FBI was pursuing and giving immunity deals to right now. What do you think the establishment would tell Bernie Sanders about getting out of the race? But if you're Hillary Clinton and the establishment is used to you, knows that you're not going to bring any change, well, then there are different rules. If you're Bernie Sanders and you're going to change things, ooh, very, very different rules. Okay. If Hillary Clinton wins and she's a general election candidate and this blows up, don't say I didn't warn you.